So the 8 basic permaculture principles that you can apply. Observation, what does that mean? Seeing with nature's eyes. Try to see how nature does it. Elements, what have many functions? So we need our elements to have many functions. Work with nature rather than against it. The problem is the solution. What does that really mean? Get beyond the box, guys. Get out of your box. You've got to get beyond the box to start seeing that you're even in a box. Like, get outside the box and keep walking. Make the least change for the greatest possible effect. Okay? Find your tipping point in your systems. The yield of a system is potentially unlimited. The sun is free. Everything gardens means relationships and webs. Build relationships and build webs, and you'll live in an everything garden. Information and imagination intensive. Guys, I don't care how much you studied. I don't care what degree you have. I don't really care where you went to school. If you don't use information, it has no value. Information only takes on value when used. So we need to research and we need to do these things, but we also have to do stuff. So we need to have information, right? But we need to have imagination intensive, but we have to put it to practice. So even if I practice and I don't know anything, I'm not going to get very far. So I need to study, but I also have to use it. If I just keep studying and just keep studying, and I did that, I sat in Singapore when I found permaculture for 5 more years, studying and dreaming and watching YouTube videos before I took up the courage to say, I quit. I'm going to do this, right? What a waste of time that I took to take that long. Yeah? When I see young people come to the class and they're already on that journey, and it took me to 35 years old to finally figure out that I'm going to do this, Jesus, what a lot of wasted time I did. Yeah? What if I'd have started at 25? Man. You know? This is the question. So study and do. When you're doing, then you'll start to study the things that you're doing. It's a little bit interesting. And what does that all come out to? Well, something like this, the 5 precepts of peace. We need land stewardship. We have to start taking ownership of land and stewarding it back to regeneration. We need to think in bioregionalism. You need to start to live within your own biome and your own region. What does that mean? Eat locally, eat seasonally, support your local communities and farmers. We need to have community education. You need to start getting involved. And the younger generation, guys, literally has almost no community. Here's a challenge. What club are you in? What group did you join? What do you go do on the weekends? Who do you interact with? Right? These are the type of things. Get more involved. When you get involved, you'll find your community by being involved with a community. Ecological design. We've got to start building houses, farms, cities, businesses that produce energy, not consume energy. We can do that by following Birch's ecological principles. And we need to have voluntary simplicity. We need to consume less so other people, right, can simply live. I have to voluntarily live simply for someone else to simply live. Because if I take all the resources and I just say, it's mine, I'm a big American, I got all of it. Some other person doesn't have any at the other end of the stick, right? And if not, if we don't voluntarily live simply, it's going to create wars. With 2 billion more people coming on the planet in the next 30 years, guys, unless we figure this out, big wars coming, okay? I'm not talking about 3. That's kind of already here, bro. I'm talking about 4. 4 is when those 2 billion people stand up and say, I want my share. Yeah? They'll have grown up. They're going to be 30 years old, right? And they're going to say, I want my share. And this is what we need to be planning for. How can everyone have a fair share? How can it be equitable? How can the West start to live a little bit more simply so that other people, okay, in the other regions of the world have access to energy, have access to resources, have access to water. We have people living in a world right now where they don't have enough water to drink. That's not fair. So we need to start to do that. We have the technology, we have the resources, and as far as I'm concerned, I see that we already have the drive. Look at the young people getting involved in the future of helping those people. And at the end of the class, I'm going to call you to action. I'm going to say, after you get your degree, you got your little paper for me, I'm happy. What you going to do next? Where are you going to go next? You're going to go take another tour? What you going to do? Who are you going to help? I want you to take on a little bit of responsibility for the places that we were blessed to be afforded in life to be born. And these other people that weren't afforded those places in life and all the nice things that we were afforded, we have some opportunity or responsibility to help them. That's why I stand up here and do this, and basically I don't get paid to do it because I don't see why I should. I just don't understand why sharing information that should be basic for everyone in the world should have some kind of derived income situation. Sure, we have to pay bills every day. Things cost money. You need to have the afforded nice place so that you can concentrate on this. And if you do that, when you leave, you're going to get it. So we need to start looking at it more that way, and this is why businesses around the world, we got to get this profit ethic straightened out, right? And turn it into yield. And the question is not what you do when you generate money, guys. Every permaculture business has an ethical obligation to make money. That's what Bill said. The question is what you're going to do with it when you get it. How are you going to share it? What are you going to support? Who are you going to donate to? Yeah? How are you going to help the next person make their permaculture business? How are you going to pay it forward? Yeah? This is what? Christian, help me. Who am I going to help? How am I going to help? What and where and how? That's my passion. We have to find it. Right? For me, I didn't want to be a teacher, guys. I had no desire to do that. I had no dream. But when I got forced into it, I found out I kind of liked it. It wasn't so bad, right? But now I want to help more people. And then you'll have that opportunity because it's a journey. And right now, this is it. You're starting on that journey. Today's homework assignment is to start dreaming about those elements. What do you want in your design to meet your things, and how are they related? So where am I at? I got some goals. I'm starting to formulate that. They're not perfect. I'm starting to think about things that I could utilize to help me reach my goals. I'm going to start seeing those relationships. I'm going to start learning more about those things. I'm going to start saying, wow, man, I can learn about plants. I can propagate plants. I can think about animals as being holistic. Yeah? I can put the chicken back into the forest. I can make a bee in a native environment, providing for its food source, right? I can understand how to have fish happy without having to hurt them. Once we start to see that, then we start to see nature. So remember that last one, see nature through nature's eyes. That's what we're going to do. We're going to switch, not through capitalist eyes, not through greedy eyes. We're going to see nature through nature's eyes, and nature never hurts nature. Nature doesn't produce waste. Nature doesn't do any of the things that we see and why we came here, because we all know that stuff is messed up. But peace, the 5 precepts of peace will help us to change that.